Hello everyone and welcome to today's event where we'll be actually focusing on Ask Me Anything generating content with PhotoBiz AI. So if you're going to refresh your website or you're just starting out, it's a great time to kind of familiarize yourself with PhotoBiz AI and how you can implement it for not just your website content, which is easy, but you can utilize it for your SEO, your blog, and even your email marketing campaigns. So we're going to showcase how you can utilize those features today by leaning on the that brand new feature that's inside of everyone's website builder. So we're going to give people a little time before we get started. So very excited to talk about this feature today. It's a life-changing one, especially when it comes to making sure that you have enough time to do anything. That's what I really love about PhotoBiz AI. It really helps coming up with ideas, and then you can massage it out from there. So I'm going to give people some time before we get started. But if you have any questions about it, please leave it in the comment section. If you have questions about upcoming things, please let us know as well. So we'll get started in just a moment. All right, so let's go ahead and get started for today. Again, if you have any questions about PhotoBiz AI, you can always ask in the comment section. We'll take a look at it as we go, but we're going to dive right on in and see what we can build with PhotoBiz AI. So if you are not familiar with the features, we're going to log into our control panel. And you can see right here, we're going to click over here on the website builder. That's where we're going to start at first today, because that's probably the most general place that most people will look at. Now, we've been building this website for a bit. You kind of see that we have here just all the visual components here, but let's update some content here. You can see we still have some of the placeholder content that's visible. It's time to update some of that stuff. So let's go through here and just start at this point. You can see, so we're just going to make these updates as we go. And I'm just going to make some small tweaks before we get in there. Just stylization stuff. Okay, so we got this set up. Now we need to update the text here, capturing every family's unique personality. It seems like we're more focused on seniors on this website, so I'm going to make it say we need some context about senior photography. So I'm going to prompt PhotoBiz AI. When we click on it, I'm going to ask PhotoBiz AI to write the page content. So what I'm asking it to do is I need a welcome message about senior photography being taken in Greensboro, North Carolina. Focus on low cost and beautiful results. So that's what I want it to really focus on with this context. So I'm going to click generate text. And here we go. So, we want to probably change some of these things around. So we're going to take a bit of it. I'm going to just center it up first, see what we like out of there. And then I'm going to change it to Jane Doe photography. Then read was we are thrilled to offer stunning senior photography sessions that won't break the bank. Our goal is to capture the essence of your senior year with these beautiful results at low cost. With keen eye for detail and passion for creativity, we ensure that every shot reflects a unique personality and style. Whether it's your favorite hangout spot in Greensboro or a picturesque park, we tailor each session to make it unforgettable. How awesome is this already? Don't let budget constraints hold you back from capturing a milestone. Let us create your lasting memories from your cherished years to come. So this is pretty great. Like, I really like the results that it came out with. You can see, you can just hit refresh and see what it looks like. Now you might want to modify it just a little bit just for style wise, but I'm pretty impressed with what it came up with in that time period. You can see, like, here we go. Not too bad. Now, of course, you can then modify, anything in between that. Maybe you want this text to be left aligned. You can do that. And then you have that there. And you can always retract. You might want to have shorter text. Or maybe you have something that already exists like this, but you're like telling it to modify itself. So if I was going to copy this, say this already existed. And maybe we want it shorter. We could take this context and say something like revise and make shorter. So we're going to click Ask PhotoBiz AI, revise and make it shorter. So we're going to paste it in there, what was from here, and we're going to ask it to generate text again. And you can see that it removed some elements, made a few things that were a little bit shorter. But I still want it to be a little bit, we can say just make this a sentence. Make this 2 sentences. So you can see that it's still chopping away at it, adding things here and there, and then you can reduct how you want to as well. So you can kind of go through, modify it how you'd like. If you want to massage it, you can. And then you can make certain parts, stand out. So maybe I wanted this element to stand out. I can make this like a heading 2, and then make this down to a paragraph. So you can keep massaging it till you get the results that you like. That's the nice thing about it. So you just keep changing it and modifying it as you go till you get the results that you like. I'm going to change this to a heading 2. There we go. You can see the difference between the two now. So you keep modifying, changing it, and then you select which one you like. So I kind of always do a back-to-back because you might get different results. You might want to see how it's trimmed down. So I kind of like the longer one here at the top. I think this is going to be good for details. It's going to be great for SEO, so I'm going to keep that one, especially since we're a little sparse on details on the page anyway. We have just this intro that we've created, and then a hello to know more about us, and then a little bit more details about our business. So there we go. It's very simple, very easy to do. So you can start with an entire page from scratch if you needed to, or you can select one of the pages and then modify the content as you go. Say you want to choose a different layout. So maybe I choose, let's just pick one real quick. We're just going to pick Diane. This is a very short intro. We're just going to say we want all the information on there. So you can see there's some context. There's another placeholder. Again, maybe we want to change this page to be about an investment. So we can ask PhotoBiz AI, need to make an investment page showcasing the steps to purchasing a photography session, the session itself, and when they come in to purchase. So we're going to break this down. We're going to take this context, going to have it written. It's going to give us steps that we want. And you could keep it like this, where it's all one long breakdown. But that's a little boring, right? You don't want to just make it like this. So if we're looking at it, it's got great information, but how can we visually make this appealing? What I like to do is I like to use those blocks, and then I like to pull apart and add them to list item blocks. So I would take from here those elements and add them to something that has a little bit more visual panache to it. So we'll take it from there. I'll say, let's just add some images. We're just going to pull from a clipboard. We're just going to pull from our seniors. And here we got 6 elements. So I'm going to pick this one. I'm going to do another one. Pick that one. I'm going to do another one. Pick this one. And keep doing until how many you got. So I'm just going to do the first 3 first. And you can see, like, okay, what are our steps? So, you know, choose the type of session. So since we only have one session type, we can skip that. We'll just go straight to 2. So 2 is perfect. Like, okay, once you've chosen your session type, check the availability of the calendar. So we can modify that as we go, but we already have some great context here. So this is nice. So I'm going to paste it here. I'm going to take this part here, cut it, paste it, change it to 1. We can say when starting, and then pick a date and time. There we go. Perfect. So we'll have that, and you'll see some context with that. Let me modify the colors so we can see it. There we go. And keep doing that for all the ones that you want. So, you know, complete the booking, do that, or we can skip straight to preparing for the session, day of the session. I like this, so we're going to take this one. Because some of those details you might not need. Might not need it for a session. So you can take this, cut this part, make it here, make it a number 2, and you keep building out the segments till you arrive to the look and explanation that you're going for, and just make sure that says what you want. So what's nice is this has kind of helped you map out what that experience is like without you having to, you know, heavy-handedly try to figure out what to do. You know, and then here we go, photo delivery. We'll take that one and we'll put it up here. There we go. We got our 3 steps. They all work really well. I like what they're saying. They're all styled wise, you know, and then you can go through here, modify however you want to. Like title alignment, we'll make it this way. We'll make it centered, you know, anything else that we want to add to modify the page. You can do that directly here. Looks really nice, very clean looking. Let's see what it looks like live. We're going to go back to that page. And instead of having it all that fluff that's just got so much context and a little bit boring, now we got a visual component to it. So then you can keep modifying this page till you get the desired look you're going for, you know, booking a session. Keep modifying it till you get the look that you're going for. That's what I love about it. It's so fast, so easy. So easy. Now we don't need this, so we can get rid of this. So now we look at this page. Look at that. Now we're ready to go into adding something like the actual booking element there. You can do that. You can just add that directly here. Just pull your scheduler over. If you don't have contents written for your scheduler, you can actually write it from here and then add it there. So let's just see appointments. Do we have anything? Let's just pick something. Senior mini sessions. How about that? You can see it directly here, right there, right? But you could always, like, if you didn't have this written, you could pull from it. You could just pull from there. You keep building landing pages, any type of page that you want to generate. You can definitely pull from what exists already, how you can play with the AI system to help you curate content. So maybe we want to refresh what this says here, 20-minute session. So I would take this, revise it, and go from there. So what I would do is I'll just pull a text editor block because it's the easiest one to pull. Ask PhotoBiz AI, and I'm like, revise this to mention photos to be purchased after session. So if I want to make sure it sounds good, I'll tell it to revise it. Online, there we go. So it's gave it some information. We're going to pull that. We're going to go over here. We're going to modify, manual, go to our session type, senior, and then I'm going to paste it in here. There we go. So now it's added just a couple lines and online sharing and stuff. So that's all I needed. And it's so fast and easy, guys. Like, you just don't have to worry so much about, like, oh, I don't know what to say. This is your new writing partner. That's what I love about it, because you can build out any type of page that you're working on. If you get stuck on something, you just have to feed it a few lines. So, like, say if I wanted to write about myself, I need an about page. Let's create a new about page. I'm just going to pull one. I'm going to pick something super simple. Let's see. This one looks pretty simple. So let's take this one right here. If I was going to write about myself, and you don't know what to say, all you need to do is feed it a few lines about yourself. See, you got prompt examples. Write me a bio. I'm a senior photographer based in Boston with 10 years of experience. So let's just see what that does. If I were just to tell the same prompt that's here in our prompt examples, look at this. So much information. What a starting point. And you can go through it and say, well, this doesn't work, this works. You can keep massaging it till you get the result that you're looking for. But like, say, I'll talk about myself. I need to write an about page My name is Jeremy Heiler. I've been a working videographer and creative director for more than 20 years. I currently make comic books as well since 2020. And you can add more details that you want to feed it, like clients like CNN, ESPN, Fox, Discovery, and Nickelodeon. There you go. Something, we'll just pull that. Let's see what it does. There we go. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to paste it in the title, about myself. With over 20 years of experience working in videography and creative, I have dedicated my career to storytelling through the lens of a camera. My journey has allowed me to collaborate with prestigious clients including CSPN, ESPN, Fox, Discovery, and Nickelodeon, where I've crafted compelling visual narratives and resonated audiences. In 2020, I expanded my horizons and ventured into comic books. My new endeavor includes me to combine my passions of visual storytelling with my love for the content medium. Hey, that's pretty on point. Creating, engaging, illustrative, captivated. My commitment to creativity, blah blah blah. So this is perfect. Like, it's what I would want it to say, because this is actually true. I have done all these things, and that's why I want to continue doing this. So, what a perfect about. So, all you have to do is feed it information about yourself. You don't have to get lost in the weeds of like, well, I want it to be this or that. I could tell this to like have a personality later down the line if I want to. Like, say I copy this, and I could say revise, make it sound more exciting. I could do something like that, and I could paste it in there. Same content, but maybe I want it to sound more punched up. It'll go through here and try to do that. So I can see some of the context. I embarked on a thrilling new adventure by diving into a vibrant world of comic books. You can see it's trying to be more punctual and energetic with that type of storytelling now. So you can see it just punched it up slightly, just a touch. You know, we'll see how much that expanded on here. You can see just a couple paragraphs, just a couple sentences longer. So you can really curate what you're looking for, and then you can self-edit and things like that. So it's kind of a back and forth experience that you can have when curating the content for your website. And you keep going down through here till you get what you're looking for, modifying what you want, removing what you don't want at all. And that's how content building can go, and it becomes a much, much faster journey building website pages and updating those pages that you currently already have. Because refreshing content can sometimes be the worst part, because you're like, well, I already have something, I can't do it better, right? Heck, I always tell it to revise, because it might just have, better way of looking at things. You might have bad spelling on your website and not know about it, and spell check didn't find it. And this is just a really nice way for it to kind of go through there and curate it a little bit stronger for you on your behalf, so you're less struggle. So leaning on these new features like AI is going to help a whole lot. Now, beyond just page content, so we've created a couple page content pieces out of writing, about, and putting an investment page together. You can see how I'm using it and pulling from there. The text editor block is a great point, because you can always pull it from there and put it in other places. I can tell to write an FAQ section if I wanted to. So I'm just going to drop the FAQ block down here, and maybe we want to put an FAQ page together at some point. So in fact, we'll just do that. Let me just create a brand new page from scratch. That way you can see it empty. So we're just going to empty page. We'll just call it FAQ. And then here we'll add an FAQ block, but we're not going to fill it up yet. What we're going to do is going to hit text editor block, and we're just going to feed it something. We're going to say need FAQ for photography sessions in Greensboro. My hours are weekdays 10 till 6 p.m. 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Must pay in advance. Sitting fee is $250. Cancellation fee is $100. And then anything else in between that you can think of, just kind of feed it this way. And travel costs extra. Describe the experience for seniors interested in photos. So we're just going to tell it to generate, and we'll see what it comes up with. So there you go. It gave me 5 questions. I'm just going to save it. And then, you could leave it here, or you could extract it and put in an FAQ block. And that's what I'm going to do. So what I usually do is I copy everything, because it's just a little bit faster this way. Create a new item, or first, let's choose our layout. We'll just keep it on the collapsible accordion. And we'll just paste all the questions in. And then I take the first question, just keep building it out. Cut, paste. Make it a paragraph, cut the rest. That's question 1. Question 2. Cut, paste. Make it a paragraph, cut the rest. Keep doing this till you get all the questions that you like fulfilled. There we go. Paragraph. Look at how fast this is, guys. See how fast you can put something together, and then just make sure it says everything you need it to say for your client, so you're not struggling trying to figure out what to say, because as photographers, that doesn't mean you're a great writer, right? So we want to make sure that you are nailing it for your customers. So this is all there. All of them are set up. I'm going to just change the colors. We're going to make it the dark tone. There we go. So everything's there now. So now let's take a look at this page. We can remove. In fact, I'll keep it on there so you can see the difference. So we could have it just down the line, which kind of makes it difficult to read, or you'd have something that's punctual that they can click on and read at will however they want. Look at that. So fast, so clean, very easy, no problems. That's the benefit of the AI system. You can start putting this stuff together very quickly, so you're not having to think about, the stress of it all and having to hire someone to help you write it with you. This is going to be a huge benefit. I think you're just going to love it at the end of the day, because now it's just like spitballing. You ever talk to someone saying, well, I really have these ideas. This is where the AI really kind of curates everything and makes it very fast and easy for you. So you can see what we've done here, and it's taken us less than 1 or 2 minutes. So let's keep that train going, right? So I'll remove this old one we don't need anymore. It's just going to look more classier this way. It's faster. It's going to look great on mobile too. So why wouldn't you do it this way? Keep it that way, right? All right, next, we need to add SEO. So I'm just going to click on SEO tab here. You can see it's got nothing here in the auto. If I click here, hit custom, this is all it's going to give me. Now I could come up with FAQ information here if I wanted to, meta description and all that, or I could ask PhotoBiz AI itself. So let's ask it. FAQ page for Jane Doe Photography in Greensboro, NC for seniors. That's it. I'm just going to tell it that. Here we go. And then I would modify, just a few things. Okay, there you go. This is it. So listen to this description. Discover answers to common questions about Jane Doe photography for seniors in Greensboro, North Carolina. Get informed about our services today. Then meta keywords, FAQ, Jane Doe photography, Greensboro, North Carolina, senior photography, photography services, portrait questions, photography, FAQ, seniors, Greensboro photography. Perfect. Look how this looks. Amazing. Absolutely wonderful. If it's, want to change the studios, you can make it studios. If you want it all on one line, whatever your business name is. Absolutely awesome. Fast and easy. That's what you're looking for when it comes to curating this content to help relieve the stress of coming up with it on your own. We can take a look and see if we have anything here already for the other. Yes, you can see Senior Families Photo Studio in Greensboro, Jane Doe. This was all curated through the PhotoBiz AI. You can see senior and family photos, captured timeless moments with Jane Doe Studios in Greensboro, specializing in senior family portraits to cherish your memories forever. And then all the meta word content. How fabulous is that? So any page that you create, you can really just get in there and help benefit from not having any SEO on your page to absolutely having some right away. So for my about, we'll go back to my about. It needs some SEO. About page for me. So we'll just say, you know, there we go. I'm going to just tell it this, see what it comes up with. About Jeremy Heiler, videographer, marketer, and comic artist. Discover Jeremy Heiler's journey as a videographer, marketer, and comic artist. Explores creative projects and passion for storytelling. There you go. Super simple. Done. So when it comes to this stuff, you can then go in there, tweak it out, you know, massage it the way you want to, but it's going to hit all the things that you want. So look, in the meta title, it already knows Google has a character limit of 65, so it curates something between 58 characters to 65 characters. Same thing for the meta descriptions. It wrote 138 when it's maxed out at 155. And then for meta keywords, it knows 10 to 15, so it gives us that many when it's curating those meta keywords. So this page is done, and it looks gorgeous. Look how awesome this looks. So easy. So easy. And that's what you need. You need to make sure that it's super easy for yourself because you have other things to do. You can't just sit around and wait for customers. You need this stuff optimized for search. And something else that you can optimize is blog posts. So we're going to go in here. We're going to create some new blogs. We're just going to call this Spring Mini Sessions. And that's what we're going to write about. We're going to tell it something. We're going to give it a photo first. We're just going to write family. So we have in our family pack. There we go. Perfect. We're going to use this and we're going to tell it write about Jane Doe Studios in Greensboro, NC, offering spring mini sessions in April for $250. Get a free 8x10 when you sign up early, and one web size image. Book today. Okay. Could I just tell it to do that? We'll see what it comes up with. Jane Doe Studios Spring Mini Sessions. Join us at Jane Doe Studios in Greensboro for exciting Spring Mini Sessions this April. Capture the beauty of this session with a professional photo session for only $250. As a bonus, if you sign up early, you'll receive a free 8x10 and a web-size image to share with your friends and family. Don't miss out on this wonderful opportunity to create lasting memories. Book today. How awesome. We got something super short, super in sync. Doesn't have to be super long. And then you can put a button that links anywhere you want to. So I'm just going to say book today, and then I'm just going to make it link to PhotoBiz right now so you can just see what it's like. But we have a call to action, we got an article written, and this is something now that you can share out with the world, and it's ready to go. How amazing. Isn't that great? You didn't have to spend all this time figuring out the right words to say. You just tell it. And here you can then go through the SEO. You need some SEO. You can see what's been written. You can customize it. You can see it has all this. I'm just going to take this. Watch this. We're going to do this. We're going to go up here. We're going to go back to our SEO. We're going to ask. We're going to customize. We're going to ask PhotoBiz AI, and we're going to tell it this. See what it comes up with. There we go. So now it's got some longer stuff in here, but we want to make sure that's getting there. We want to tell it to This blog article is about there we go. So now it knows screen mini sessions at Jane Doe Studios captured memories. And then it just paraphrases everything that's in here that's better and ready for SEO purposes. There we go. So now this article is SEO ready, and you can share out there to the world, and it looks awesome, and it's written well, and now people could garner that, and then you can share it. You can share it with customers. You can go anywhere. You can put it on your social media channels, things like that. So think about how you can curate more content like this to be available that works for you. You know, so maybe you want something a little bit more evergreen, not just about an upcoming event. Well, let's write something. What's something evergreen that we could write about? Greensboro sessions. Greensboro senior sessions. How about that? So we're going to have that write about how seniors in their last year can have amazing photos in their backyard in Greensboro, NC with Jane Doe Studios. So there we go. I'm going to tell it to write that. Amazing. Done. We can read the context, see what's in there. The personal touch is why it's going to be there. You know, maybe we're doing backyard shoots for that. You can modify the text of that because, hey, I had a backyard shoot and it was amazing. You can then, you know, take that in here and paste it here as well. So you can say revise for SEO. Paste it in. Might have to just trim it down a little bit to get all in there. There you go. Perfect. And then you have your event. You can add your button. You can add an image. Just put something together. Let's just select something. Go back to our seniors. Something that could work right here. And we'll pair it right next to it. There we go. Now we got a cool article about the upcoming events that you got and stuff like that. And you can stylize it and add a call to action and send it out to the world. 2 articles written right away, ready for the world to see, that are driving people to book with you. That's the most important part. That's the incredible part. You want to keep doing that type of content. You could flood your entire social media calendar with types of posts that you could have, and you can set this up to publish whenever you want to. So you could just have these ready to go anytime you want to. I want this to publish next week, next Friday. How about that? Done. You can do the same thing, curating content, having it prepped, so you're not having to constantly like, well, I got to do this every week. No. What if you did this? What if you did all like 5 blog posts in one weekend, and it only took you less than 30 minutes? You could have that and schedule it out when you're ready, and then you can post about it on social when they release. So there's just some cool things that you can do to prep yourself for that. The last thing I want to talk about today is email campaigns. So let's take a look at email campaigns. We're going to create a new one real quick. I'm just going to start from scratch. Empty. Completely emptied out. So, having trouble writing? Get your writing buddy in here. Tell them you need to do a sale. Summer senior sessions photo session for sales. Write an email for summer sessions. So there we go. So it's got all this in here. Let's see what it's going to populate with. Then you can go in here and modify it how you want to. Take out what you don't like. Maybe I'll take out this section here. Maybe I'll take out the contact because we want them to reach out to us directly through our booking. You can do that too. So I'm going to take this, remove what we don't want. I'm going to take this, cut this off. Keep our call to action there. Paste this in. Add some images. Summer sessions for seniors. I'm going to take this. Get rid of this. There we go. Paste it in here. Voila. We got us an email. And then keep tweaking until you get the results that you like. Like, oh, these emojis don't fit the way I want to. So guess what? Just get rid of them. You don't need them if you don't need them, right? They look fun. Sometimes you don't need them. We got us an email. And then you'd add your call to action where you want to go to, right? How fast? How fast is that? And then just check the details. Does it hit what you want to? 1 hour for shoots. Professional editing, 20 high resolution images. Your endpoint, 20% off, anything of that nature. Just make sure it's saying what you want it to say. And just keep tweaking it till it looks the way you want it to. Perfect. Super easy. Super easy. So, in this time, the last 40 minutes of us working on website stuff, we created content for pages. Our homepage, we made some modifications to. We made an investment page with steps on how you can break it out, utilizing PhotoBiz AI in a text editor block and then placing it in list item blocks. We created an About Me page within that time frame. We created multiple looks for it. We also went in and created a brand new page, an FAQ page to dictate that. And then we updated SEO on multiple pages. And then we created blog posts, 2 blog posts that are ready and curated that we can send people to. And we made SEO on that. And then we made an email campaign. Look at what you can do in 40 minutes. If you lean on these features that we've implemented, you can have stuff in no time that you can then share out to your customers, have live on your website, and also be optimized for search engines. That's one of my favorite things about this new AI that's available. Lean on it when you can. If you need more help with it, you can always reach out to our team. Our team's available to assist you with that. You can take a look at our Growth Hub. We have tons of content about our AI system, how you can enhance it as you get into it. If you need more help, there's an AI guide for how-to for SEO. You can take a look here. We walked through it today, but if you need a better walkthrough and want to know how to do it, click here. You can see how it's going to break it down for you based on the descriptions that you feed it. That's what you want to do when it comes to executing that stuff. Hey Kelly. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're trying to implement features that make it fast and easy. Some of the latest features, if you hadn't noticed, from February, and we'll have an update soon. You can now directly upload videos to your website. If you want to see what that can look like, think about in short context. I'm writing an article right now about how you can utilize it because some people had questions about it. It doesn't need to be super long videos. If you want longer videos, you can still utilize Vimeo and YouTube for that. But for shorter context, think about loops on your videos, before and afters on your website. These are the types of things that you can implement. Oh, I know. I saw it the other day. I love it too. But see, look at this loop. This is a short little loop. a little loop video, done in no time, and they'll just keep doing that, and it looks so much better in presentation instead of you having a super long one. It's okay. People are familiar with loops. It's like having animations on your website. You can create these really cool, captivating segments while people are reading, but you don't want to take away from the website. So think about how you can add these elements to your website. These are 4 megabyte files, and they look fine. They look great. They look attractive to the search on your website. So think about these things that you can implement on your website. That's some new stuff that I have here. I'll have a breakdown on how you can upload or shrink your your videos so they can be implemented for that. But I say generally try to hit for 10 to 15 second long videos. I think that's the best way to gauge it for attractive loops. Shorter the better, right? You can also see some other content that we've had roll out in the last. You can see Kelly's story over here. Amazing story over here if you want to see more about how she came up, from photographs, taking her own photos, having fun. Incredible story, incredible journey, and this website is already different. Like, she's already made it look different, y'all. Our team did a we do it for you. We built her website and redesigned it, and it looks killer. Let's see if I can pull it up over here. I think I have a link. Do I have a link here? There it is. Look at this. So beautiful. So beautiful. I think she saw one of the templates that we used her content on, her photography on, and she was like, I gotta have some of that. So she got herself a refresh for 2025, and it is sparkling. It looks great. Definitely recommend it if you haven't had a website rebuild or anything like that, or you're thinking about getting some changes done. Yes, the animations are awesome. Just those little subtleties add a lot to your website. So think about that. Look at that. You got a little emoji there. That's cool. I didn't even see that last time. Ha! That's really cool. So, look at those little animations. So cool, y'all. So, think about how you can have a website refresh too if you need that. If you need that, you need that help, you want to look at that stuff, you can either follow our guides or you can lean on our team to help you at the end of the day. That's what it's all about. We want to make sure that you're staying busy, staying profitable, and sometimes just making sure that your website is looking its best and the navigation is perfect is what you need. And if you need extra help, you can always lean into our education side. You can go to education.photobiz.com. You can see all our free stuff that we have, our upcoming events, but our coaching services are there as well. So if you just want 1 hour, $150, our team will help you with any decisions that you need making. So if you need help with design assistance, e-commerce, client galleries, SEO, forms and contracts, marketing, all that can be done right there. Or even if you're just getting started with the website builder and you need someone to help walk you through it, or maybe you just want someone to like, hey, I have these ideas, I don't know how to implement it, those types of services are perfect for it. You can also check out our upcoming events. Oh yeah, I know. Once in a while you'll see people still think seniors means not that context. I call those generational photos at this point, just to clarify. She was mentioning why she uses the senior's cap instead of the graduation cap instead of like an old person, an older person iconic. Because sometimes senior still sounds like senior citizens to people. But upcoming events that we have today, we focused on PhotoBiz AI and how you can implement it for your website. It's fast and easy. We did a lot in the last 45 minutes. I'm sure Kelly can now take this with her when it comes to implementing some SEO strategies, especially in her blog. I think these are some great ideas that you can utilize. You can always go back and check out the video if you stumble anywhere, or you can reach out to our team. But think about some content that you can write that's evergreen for your website. Anything that you got coming up, that's always going to be great. But anything that can draw eyes to you collectively all the time, that's going to be perfect. Next week, we're going to be doing website reviews. That's a great thing. If you need any assistance with help, want to make sure that your website's looking its best, join us then. Then the following week, we'll be talking about, guess what? SEO again. SEO is big. SEO is big and prevalent when it comes to getting connected. So if you want to make sure your stuff is being visible on search engines, that's a great time to come there. We'll also talk about more how AI can help stimulate that for you. Again, we talked a little bit about it today, but maybe you want to go deeper into it. We'll talk about it and make a focus on that. And We'll do website reviews, and then we'll be talking about mini sessions. Do you do mini sessions? Do you plan for them? If you don't, hey, might be a time to do it because it's a great way to make income throughout the rest of the year and already have a set mind. Keep people's anticipation coming. If they don't want to do a spring mini, they might want to do a fall mini. If they don't want to do a fall mini, they might want to do holiday minis. Think about that. Go ahead and have it curated, and go ahead and start taking payments when you can. That way, when those events come up, you already got clients ready for it. That's what you want. So you can see how things are going for the next couple months. We'll be talking more about the AI systems and new things that we'll have coming out. And one of my favorite things, what is this down here at the bottom? Later in May, it's almost like if you go to the upcoming events page, you might see new features coming soon. So what's this? Pre-designed blocks? We'll just have to talk about it then sometime in May. That's really exciting. Get stoked for that. I'm excited about it. I cannot wait to talk about it. So those are some of the cool stuff that we have coming up. And again, if you need any extra help, always reach out to our team, our contacts. You can always reach out directly to us if you ever need help. You can also click on this icon in the lower right-hand corner and start talking to our team right today. Even when you're logged in, we have those assistants there. So very exciting, great features. Kelly, thank you for joining me and allowing me to show off your awesome website, your new refresh. Come on. Kelly, when's the last time you got your blog on that LS website? We gotta get you pulled over to this blog. But if you want an awesome refresh, just like Kelly, reach out to our team today. We'll be excited to assist you. Want to thank you for joining me, Kelly. Want to thank anyone else that joined me. I see 3 people in our chats. You can always leave your comments and questions after the event. If you have any other questions, you can always reach out to our team. Our team will be excited to help you. Thank you so much for joining me today, everyone. We'll talk more, and yeah, see you next time.